Hey guys, my name is Donita and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I do travel vlogs, clothing hauls, wig reviews, and I cater to the lazy wig wearer, meaning I do not like to do a lot of work when installing my wigs, okay? And I also do some black love on this channel. In May of 2019, I created a video on how to plan an affordable wedding, and to this day, I still get comments, likes, watch time, and people ask me questions. So when I look back at that video, I cringe because I was new to YouTube. I had a poor quality camera and I'm just like, I hate watching this. So I wanted to make an in-depth detail on basically how I plan my affordable wedding. So this is going to be a 5-part video, you guys. I'm going to go step by step on how I plan my wedding. So if I'm looking down, I'm checking my notes to make sure I covered everything. I didn't miss everything. I apologize. I can't remember it all, so I wrote it down. And I'm going to be looking down as I'm talking throughout this video. I wanted to create a series on intricate details on how I plan my wedding, different ways for you to save. So make sure you guys save that Black Love playlist so you don't miss a beat. And this series will premiere every Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can get reminders every time I post a video. And we gonna be right back. And we're back. So let's talk about the proposal, okay? I'm going to give you guys a short little story on how my husband proposed to me. So we were on our way to a family vacation in Ocean City, Maryland. We live in Jersey. Our family is from the Pittsburgh area. So it took us about a 4 to 5 hour drive. We went to Ocean City, Maryland, and we went with his side of the family. There were about 30 to 40 of us on this trip. And some people were coming from like Pittsburgh, Maryland, or wherever they were coming from. I'm not going to lie, you guys. I had a long, frustrating day. It was a frustrating day. Like, things just kept going wrong, like next after next after next, and I was just like, I'm over it. So my husband, so later that night, my husband had came to me. He's like, oh, do you want to go for a walk on the beach? And I really didn't want to. I was just so irritated. And he's like asking me, can you please come? Can you please come? I'm like, all right, whatever, this will brighten up my mood. I get some fresh air, the night beach breeze, the hearing the water and the waves, and it being pitch black at night. And the boardwalk in Ocean City, Maryland is just so beautiful. So I was like, you know what, we can go, let's go. I got up, we went for a walk. I was happy to get some alone time with him because, again, we were with all of his relatives and things like that. So we went for a walk and we were talking about everything. Like, we were in such a deep conversation. We talked about the good and the bad of our relationship. No relationship is perfect. We had ups and downs too. And he was just telling me how much he loved me and things like that. And he just proposed. He got on his knee. He asked me for my hand in marriage. I said yes. I cried. We hugged. We kissed. Like, I was so freaking happy. So what do you do after the proposal? You celebrate. You celebrate your moment. This is your time to shine. This is your time to, be genuinely happy for yourself. There are a lot of people and relatives and friends that will genuinely be happy for you. So just take a moment and soak it all in. Yes. So step 1 is to determine what kind of wedding you actually want. You have to communicate with your partner, on the type of wedding style that you want. Do you want a regular traditional wedding? Do you want a DIY wedding? Do you want a destination wedding? Do you want a pop-up wedding? Do you want a vintage style wedding? Do you want an elopement? There are so many different types of weddings, so make sure you guys communicate clearly on what you want. We both originally wanted a destination wedding because destination weddings are cheaper. We found that they are a little bit more cheaper because you're paying for yourself and everybody else is paying for themselves as well. Of course, you pay for like the ceremony and all that good stuff, but for the most part, everyone is paying for themselves, which is amazing. But there are a lot of pros and cons while planning a wedding. Most people don't get to see the venue until that week that they're there, unless you decide to plan a vacation there prior to, but most of the time you don't get to see the venue. How will the food taste? How much personalization can you really do? And as far as being a black woman, you know, who's gonna be doing my hair, who's gonna be doing my makeup, I wanna make sure it's done right. You know, you wanna look a certain way, it's your special day. So, you know, you can also factor in flying someone out. Of course, you will have to pay for that. But, I mean, unless you utilize your resources and you have a relative or someone you know or a close friend you wanna invite to the wedding, and they can do that for you. But yeah, that was just something we were like, And then our grandparents, we were really concerned because we wanted our grandparents there, you know. And I was like, I don't think that they'll be able to travel. So we decided to have it in the Pittsburgh area. We live in Jersey now, but all of our family's from Pittsburgh. New Jersey is just so expensive. So we were like, let's just have it in Pittsburgh. And, you know, we can save money that way. And of course, there are some pros while planning a wedding. It's a beautiful scenery. You know, you're on vacation with your most important people to you who are there, your loved ones, and it's a family vacation, you know? Yes, so that was something else that we thought about, but we were like, okay, we really wanted our grandparents there. So step 2 is to determine the size of your wedding. Do you want a large wedding? Do you want a small, intricate wedding? You know, those things play a part as far as pricing as well. Once you have those things figured out, you'll have a better idea on location, budget, and the time. Are you planning around holidays, pregnancies, birthdays? You know, you cannot cater to everyone. So just keep that in mind as well. What you want on your special day is what you want. So one thing that I did was that I created a vision board, and this is what my Pinterest board is looking like. I was on Pinterest heavy. I got a lot of my inspiration from there, and yeah, I was so happy. So I got married in 2017 at the age of 25. Having a budget was very important to me. I wasn't fully into my career yet. You know, we both weren't. Now that I'm older and more wiser, and you know, I'm like, dang, I wish I could have did this differently. I wish I could have did this differently. But you know, I made the best of what I had at that time. So yes. So one thing that I noticed that a lot of people do is that they go and get a wedding book. Do you really need this? Think about it. I don't know, you guys. Everybody's different. Me personally, I did not use this book at all. I want to say I used maybe the first page. Like, there's so much stuff in here. And it's great because it can help you figure out things that you didn't think of. But I used the first page. It was for wedding contacts. The wedding planner, who was my friend, the officiant, who was my uncle, the ceremony venue, the reception venue. That's literally all I put in here. I believe this book was like $36, so you know, that was kind of a waste of money. Some people like to write stuff down, some people like to type things up. I created an Excel spreadsheet. That was how I kept track of everything. You know, do what's best for you, but just make sure you are organized and on top of everything. So that concludes today's video. I know I scratched the surface with it, but make sure you guys tune in next week, and I will be dropping some more gems on how to plan an affordable wedding. And yes, we will be back next Thursday. So make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and a notification bell so we can get reminders every time I post a video. And I will see you guys next week. Namaste.